brand new episode of Coming Distractions brought to you by the Nerdpocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Dorian.
Hey.
All right, guys, we're back. This episode, we're going to talk about Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So this is the sequel to the previous Godzilla movie a couple of years ago and the sequel to Kong Skull Island.
Right.
So I haven't seen this movie. I thought the Godzilla movie was okay, and I didn't care for Kong Skull Island. But Deacon, you saw this movie. I have not.
Right.
Can you give us the general premise and then your thoughts on this?
All right. So the general premise for the movie is Godzilla. But we have an idea of it's 5 years following the first movie.
Okay.
And then within those 5 years, people have really, in the world, have really accepted the idea that these titans live amongst us.
That's horrifying.
Right. So yeah, people protesting and things like that. The government is more involved. But what you have, one of the main villain is this guy who's basically, it's not a spoiler, but he's basically an eco-terrorist. He believes that the Titans are here to bring balance back to the planet. Overpopulation, just the evil nature of man. He wants to wipe everybody out, and the Titans is what's going to get us there. Pretty much. And also the lead actress, what's her name?
Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga. She's plays a scientist who has actually developed a way to communicate with the Titans,
okay,
and possibly control them, and it just kind of goes from there.
Okay, so here's the thing: a lot of the complaints that I've seen have been, and by the way, I think they are misplaced, but I haven't seen the movie, so you can confirm this or not.
All right.
A lot of the talk that I've seen, negative talk about the movie, is that it focuses too much on Godzilla and the other monsters and the other titans, and not enough on the human drama, which was the issue with the original Godzilla movie. Right. The earlier one in this series was that it hard focused on the humans, and Godzilla showed up in the last 40 minutes,
right,
did a little bit of stuff, and then that was it.
Yeah, I almost cursed just now.
Yeah.
No, look, I've heard some of the complaints. The movie's hitting on all cylinders.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, I actually liked the first movie. I didn't mind it. I do understand the complaint that we didn't get to see enough Godzilla.
Sure.
I do like some of the moments where they would just kind of let you see the fight and start and kind of go away.
Yeah.
But they did it a little too much.
Right.
So for this one, they rectified that.
Yeah, they heard that.
They rectified it. And I wouldn't say they overcorrected either, because the point of the movie is Godzilla and the monsters.
Right. It's right in the title.
To speak on the human element for a second, the human element for the movie is solid.
Okay. We're
not looking at Oscar bait performances. I'm not expecting Oscar bait performances.
Not in a Godzilla.
There's solid performances. Kyle Chandler is one of my favorite kind of low key actors. Don't get a lot of notoriety. I like him. You have O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube's kid in there. Also, actually, the dude, I forgot his name, but the kid that plays Mars on She's Gotta Have It, he's in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really, and also too, one thing I noticed is really a mix of different cultures that's making up the basis of the human element in this movie.
Nice, okay.
Representations there. You have basically almost everybody covered for the most part.
Oh, good, because everybody's going to die.
Right, pretty much.
You're all going to die together. You might as well come together.
So, there are some weak moments in the plot. There are some plot holes, like most stories. Nothing's going to be perfect.
Right.
There are some moments where I was kind of like, that didn't really make sense, and that was just flat out stupid, and some dialogue that's a little bit questionable. But again, we're not there for that. I'm not.
Right. I'm like, I feel like that's a Godzilla movie.
Right. This ain't fried green tomatoes.
Right. Exactly.
So that's it for the human element.
All right. Now let's get to the fights. So you got Godzilla,
King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra.
Okay.
Now I'm not a kaiju fan.
Okay.
I'm on the outskirts. I know about them. I can appreciate it.
Right.
But I've never really I'm not deep into like some people are.
Yeah, like not deep into the Godzilla mythology.
But I definitely caught myself a couple times, especially with King Ghidorah. Like, kind of like just a couple times me and Demetrius like, almost gave like the Carl Weathers and Schwarzenegger handshake like, yeah, it was a couple moments, but the fights are on.
Yeah, everyone, like, that is the one thing. And this is one of those movies where the reviewers that I listen to or read,
right,
there's a certain sect of reviewers that's who I want to hear from,
Right.
and everybody's like, "Yo, this movie is great."
They show up. It's even it's one fight. Well, it's like not a fight. It's almost like a chase with Rodan.
Yeah,
it's shot beautifully. Like what Rodan is doing, the moves. It's man. Even watching King Ghidorah. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Godzilla like that. I just appreciate it. I know the history of it, but I almost really kind of became a fan watching this movie.
Okay.
I was like, shit, okay, all right.
So the obvious question here is where this is all going, which is this wouldn't be a prequel to Kong Skull Island if you weren't getting Kong versus Godzilla at some point.
Right.
Now, I haven't seen the movie, but my question is, after seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters, is that a fight that you really want to see?
Hell yes.
Okay, because I think that's really that's the logical question to be asked.
Yeah, hell yeah, and they definitely again, not going into spoiler territory because not really much, but they do drop some nuggets in there to let you know that these worlds interconnected.
Okay, because Monarch is a big part of this, which is the organization that kind of the crypto-zoologist,
right? Because no, like the first Godzilla, you had Monarch, but then when Kong Skull Island came out, the after credit scene started linking those two universes together, and you would see like footage of Monarch tracking King Kong and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, so he definitely puts a couple more nuggets in this movie to let you know, hey, this is all the same world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say that after hearing your review and other reviews, like it makes me really excited to actually see this. So that's good. I'm 100% swayed on it. If you have to give a score out of 5, what are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 5.
Wow. Dude, another review I saw was a 10 out of 10, which I was shocked.
I'm giving it a 5. And I start to do the whole disclaimer, like, well, given what it is, like, no, like, you know what it is. It's a 5.
It's a Godzilla movie.
It hits the marks.
Okay, it does what it's trying to do.
Yeah, and Demetrius, sorry he couldn't be here, but he started his own little hashtag, Rodan the man. He was a Rodan fan. I'm more of a King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fight I want to see the most.
God damn.
All right, so 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm going again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 out of 5 for Godzilla King of the Monsters. Color me shocked and absolutely intrigued. So there you go. And we'll see you guys next time.
Gojira.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.